Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
Welcome to Remote Reality. This is Lauren.
And this is Dee.
Wait a minute. What did you do with Liz?
I got a voicemail from her, said she was having some tummy trouble.
You want to play it?
He's in his pants.
Oh my. Goodness gracious, buddy, you're right.
That's disgusting.
Was that you?
No.
Oh my goodness. All right. She's taking care of that and you're going to cover for her. So this is Dee.
Hey.
In all seriousness, Liz has had a rough week. She went to the dentist. They did a number on her. We didn't know what kind of Liz we were going to be getting. And this is why we're a little bit late. She really wanted to be here with the Channel Surfers. But she will be back next week. And anytime she's not able to come in, we've got a realit-DEE takeover.
Yeah, I do hope she gets to feeling better soon.
So Dee, we mentioned her last week. She's working with us on this project. And this is her first foray into podcast at all.
Yes, I am a newbie.
She's never really even listened to them before, but
I'm trying to catch up.
She's trying to get on board.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's watching Polyfamily with us, and she's worked with me for a long time. All right, so Polyfamily, what do you think?
I wasn't really quite sure when it first came out what to think, but I'm game with these reality shows. I like to watch all of them. Once I'm in, I'm in.
What are your favorite reality shows?
Well, I started probably with The Real Housewives of Orange County. That was probably the first one I ever watched. So yeah. I love Jeff Lewis too. Oh my gosh.
I've never listened to Jeff Lewis.
I wish he had something on now. I mean, he's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started following him back with, I think it was Flipping Out.
Oh, the house shows.
Yes.
That is fun.
Yeah.
So Polyfamily Season 1, Episode 2, Polly Wants a Baby. Now, Dee, is this a new intro? I don't remember this from last week.
I did not remember it either, but that baby stuck out.
That big baby, Baby Q, Barbecue, as we affectionately call him. All of my notes have him down as BBQ. He's Barbecue now.
He's Barbecue.
So Barbecue is huge in this. He is not proportionally cropped for this picture. His head is the size of Sean's head.
You're right. It is.
It's like a giant baby. So is Sean. No, just kidding. So we're having a baby today. We're in the hospital.
Yes, we are. Finally.
And it looks like Alicia is taking a home video of the family. We've got Sean sitting on that super comfortable hospital couch.
For sure. They're always so comfortable.
Looks stiff as cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
And is that a portable AC behind him in the window? Or are they just like ventilating out Sean's fart?
I would say either one is a good possibility. It looks like a portable AC unit.
It's just not something I'm used to around here. We have central AC and everything. And to see it out plugged into a hospital, wondering what's going on. So we have Tyler sitting in a table besides Taya in the hospital bed, and Taya's looking stunning. And Alicia says, "How are you?" And she says, "I'm disheveled." Dee, if that is disheveled, what am I? Like 99% of the time.
I'm a bum or a hobo getting ready to jump on a train, if that's what disheveled looks like.
I got hit by the train if that's what disheveled looks like.
Seriously. I wish I looked that good.
I think I have one picture of me in the hospital when I was having my son, and nobody will ever see it. 100 pounds later.
Yeah.
Swollen. Horrible.
Yep. I feel the same way. There might be one of me when I was in the hospital.
I wish my disheveled could look like that.
Me too. I wish my everyday disheveled could look like that. I mean, I just have pajama bottoms that I change every day to work out of. And she's in a hospital looking better.
I know. She doesn't. Well, she even has like a t-shirt on. She's not wearing the gown or anything. So there is a part in this episode that I had to pause and like zoom in on. Dee, have you ever heard of Gray's sweatpants season?
No.
Okay, so Gray's sweatpants season is like bikini season, but for girls. Because Gray's sweatpants tell all. And there's a little clip here in between scenes
that caught your eye.
Little B-roll that caught my eye, a little glimmer. And I wanted to see what these broads are fighting over. I want to see what the big deal is. And I see something in a pocket and I zoom in and it's not exciting. It's probably just a phone. But then I see something on the front of the shorts. And I zoom in and I think we got a glimpse. I think we're in Gray sweatpants season. So we switch over to the family. They're all going on a walk, trying to get that labor started. And Alicia says we're going on a walkabout, like they're in the outback or something, going to spot kangaroos.
Yeah, I'd never heard that expression before.
But it reminded me of this joke Liz told me the other day. So I want you to repeat after me. Okay.
Rise.
Up.
Lights.
Say it all together.
Rise up lights.
You just said razor blades in Australian.
Cute.
I don't even know how we got on that subject. Probably our ADHD.
Probably. So after the walkabout, it's getting late. Everybody's ready to crash. You've got
12 hours.
Yeah, you've got Sean and Alicia trying to sleep on that couch.
Sitting straight up.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. My back hurts just thinking about it.
Yeah. And then it looks like Tyler is crashing in the car.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah. He's probably out there smoking or something.
I was thinking maybe, it's darker than the hospital room. I can like stretch out in the back seat. But Dee's like, nope, that's a smoker. Smoke break.
I'm thinking he's a smoker.
He does look pretty relaxed and happy there.
He looks very chill.
So it's the next morning and no update. We're still in the same place we were on this induction from last night. So big news, we're going in for a C-section, which is Taya's biggest fear. She doesn't want to do a C-section because she wants to make sure everybody's there. She needs her family. She needs her support system. Well, good news. They heard back from the anesthesiologist and
all of them get to go in. Her biggest fear, no more.
She has all the support she needs, which actually is about to make for some really cute selfies. There is a picture after Barbecue is born that Sean took. It's a selfie and it's the four of them. And Taya is holding the baby and the other three of them are just standing there and everybody's so happy and being so I'm glad they got to share that moment.
And I think there was a selfie or a picture where him and Alicia, I think, were standing over the baby and taking pictures of the baby like up close. It was so adorable. So we finally get little Barbecue here. He comes in at 4:11 p.m. weighing a whopping 9.2, which is that's a lot of
not
barbecue.
A little barbecue. That is a family size family reunion barbecue. That's a lot of barbecue.
That's a lot of barbecue.
Man, good thing she had a C-section.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to deliver that naturally whatsoever.
You're either going to split the stomach open or split your ass open. So,
whatever. There's a lot of stitches either way.
Definitely stitches were involved in this child.
That's exactly right. Barbecue, you better be worth it.
Aw, he is. He's so cute, though.
He is. He's adorable.
So precious. And when I see him, I'm just like, oh, his little baby eyes like darting around the room. It's just so cute.
Yeah.
So we cut to Sean and Taya sitting on the couch talking about barbecue, and he's perfect. It's so sweet.
It is. It's very endearing. Because, I'm not a huge fan of Sean, so,
Well, I'm a huge fan of Sean.
I know you are.
So you guys are about to get some very different takes on this today. It'll be fun. But no, I think Sean is just a proud, beaming father. He's smiling from ear to ear, and he's perfect, is what he says about that sweet little baby.
Yes. And I found that very redeeming.
One redeeming moment. 1 point, Sean. And Sean says holding barbecue was the best feeling in the world.
Tay is also excited, to hold him for the first time. She's also ecstatic that she's no longer pregnant. We put so many restrictions on ourselves when we're pregnant. So I'm sure she's ready for some beer, cocktails, mimosas.
Yeah, absolutely. And she mentions they're completing their family. This is the last one. So now there's no more. After Taya tells us that she's ready to party, we see this little just quick scene with Alicia cutting the umbilical cord. And I know she wasn't able to be there last time, so I'm really glad that they were able to have her in there and they made her a part of it.
Yeah, I thought that was so sweet.
It was.
Yeah.
So then we cut over to a scene where Tyler's sitting on the couch and he's telling us a little bit about what we talked about last week, that presumptive paternity of the husband. He explains under Oregon state law that Sean has to go on the birth certificate. He's a little bit jealous. But Dee, have you ever heard of a chia pet?
Yeah, is that the ones with the seeds? You put the seeds on it, and then as you water it, the hair grow or the plant grows out of the holes on the little pet.
Oh, yeah, from the 90s. There were so many infomercials.
It was earlier than the 90s.
Chia.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
So, yeah, Tyler is a chia pet in this edit. And I could not help but notice. I had to pause and screenshot. His facial hair and the hair on his head is magically growing between clips.
He goes from short to long.
Yeah, the edit. It was so obvious.
Yeah, there was some major editing.
Now, I have to say, this next scene made polyamory look pretty dang good. The guys are talking in the kitchen, and Sean asked Tyler how he slept the night before because Tyler was with Taya, and Taya's only sleeping every hour. But he said he slept better than Taya, and it dawned on me, wow, every other night, the guys get a good night's sleep.
Yeah. And she's up every night.
She is up every night around the clock. But then we've got Alicia jumping in to try to help with that. Alicia, she's just looking for a part in this. She's offering to fold baby clothes. Man, come do my laundry, please. That'd be great. She's willing to breastfeed. She is willing to get up every couple hours to pump to try to get the milk and to breastfeed. It's like a wet nurse. But Alicia, she really just wants to feel close to the kids. She said that with the first two, Barrett and Carver, it feels like they were closer with their biological moms. And she just wants that connection.
Gives her an opportunity to bond more with him than she did before with the other ones.
And speaking of the connection, Sean is the only one of these four that may not be a biological parent to any of these children. He says the biology doesn't matter. So my question is, why is he getting so upset? We know that Alicia and Tyler have two kids coming into this. So at least Raina and Dylan are their children. Alicia has a child, Barrett. And then Taya has two children. She has Quentin, barbecue, and Carver. So Sean is the only one that might not be biologically related to any of them. And I wonder if that's why he doesn't want to know. I wonder if there's a fear that he isn't. He has so much invested in these kids. He's one of the main caregivers. He probably has a fear of losing the family. He doesn't have a family. These are the people closest to him. This is what he values the most. And I think that's where the hurt is coming from. That's where the fear is coming from. You see Alicia pointing out the cow lick that barbecue has. And then she starts comparing it to Tyler and Raina. And the look on Sean's face, he looks hurt. And the look on Taya's face is, don't go here. Don't compare.
Yeah, I definitely think there's some kind of underlying stressor that we've not quite seen in the show yet, because they all seem to be very concerned with talking about these kind of things in front of him. I can see where biology doesn't matter, and I agree with that. However, if this goes south for some reason further on down the road, biology is going to be the first thing that everybody is using to get their way, because unless it's amicable, it is not going to be pretty. And it's going to be the first thing brought up.
Sean
Yeah.
is the one with the most to lose, and I think he's just afraid to know.
Yeah. And that's where I think they're worried about triggering him.
Now we cut over to the fun part, shopping.
Yes. Shopping. I love to shop. Everybody has different styles of shopping. So you've got Tyler and Alicia there in the store, kind of browsing around. Sean prefers to just kind of go in and out.
Our shopping style is like our talking style. We just wander around and eventually find what we're looking for.
Exactly.
This scene was definitely set up to bring up the sip and see or brunch. I was surprised when I heard sip and see. That's usually a Southern thing. We do that here in Charleston.
I'd never even heard of it, honestly. But my kids are in their early 30s, so you didn't do anything like that.
You
back
only
then.
have one baby shower. So after that, you can do the sip and see where everybody can just come over and see the baby, and you get them all in and out of your house. So I wonder which Southern producer suggested that. I don't know. Maybe this is something everywhere. Channel surfers, let us know on Facebook. Is this a nationwide thing, or do we have a Southern producer editing this clip, putting them in this situation?
Good possibility.
They're FaceTiming Taya, and she's in her car. This was all set up because they needed to show where it came from, and that's the only reason we have this scene.
Yeah. Although I have to say that the sleeper with the magnetic buttons, genius. I wish that kind of stuff was around when my kids were little.
I liked the double zippers. Had to have those, but I was real excited about that too. But then as soon as they show it to Taya, they're like, okay, but why we really called, why production told us to call.
Yeah, I just it's just funny because we're actually sitting here talking about this show and we're just so excited about the magnets on the buttons of the sleeper.
Well, you got a new little grandbaby. We need to get some sleeper magnets.
I was thinking about hopping on Amazon today.
Make it easy.
Yep.
But yeah, pretty cool.
She can suffer the same fate as me. I'm not going to get her any magnet sleepers.
Fluff diapers.
Well, not that bad.
Just like my grandparents used to do it.
Yep.
The teak owner, her name is Brittany. I think she mentions that they have that in adult sizes and children's sizes. So I wonder if they have like the big and tall sizes here for Mr. 6'5" Sean. Or even for the shortest one of the bunch, which is 5'8" Alicia. I've looked up their heights. So Sean's 6'5", Alicia's 5'8", which is still taller than me. I'm only 5'7". And then you've got Taya. Taya is 6 feet tall, and Sean is 6'1".
Oh my gosh. I had no idea. I did not realize that.
So maybe that scene at the beginning with the baby, maybe the baby really is the same head sizes.
Maybe it's not. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's really just a big baby.
Yeah.
So Alicia says to Tyler, do you think your family's coming? And he says that his mom and his sister, he hopes that they'll come. He said, maybe if we're not posting about it on TikTok, my mom likes to keep things more private. Well, newsflash, Tyler, there's an entire camera crew here. Are we telling mom about that? Or is it going to be surprise productions here?
Yeah. Hi, Mom. Glad you came. Ignore the cameras. Yeah, ignore the cameras. They're here for me.
The truck's outside. Man, I think Mama's staying as far away from this as possible.
Yeah, well, I think Taya's family's kind of making up for all of it with everybody else's families. They've just kind of embraced everyone.
Oh, yeah. Taya's family's awesome. And when we meet Grandpa Jim at the brunch, I love Grandpa Jim. He's so cute. He just reminds me of the quintessential grandfather.
I know. I'm waiting on a Werther's to come out of his pocket.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Tissues.
Yeah.
So then we get the boutique owner, Brittany. Brittany.
Can I ask you guys who you're shopping for?
We are a married couple, and we're actually in a relationship with another married couple. And now let me tell you my entire life story. Aren't you so excited?
Cute.
So Taya, she's our other partner, and she just had a baby.
Well, we have lots of stuff for both sizes. We actually have some new things that would match.
That's adorable.
Okay, let me know if there's anything else.
Brittany, the shop owner, I think is one of your favorite people in this episode.
Yeah, I got a kick out of her because she like says one thing, but her face the entire time is saying something completely different. And
she does not want to be at work today.
No. And so every time she says something, I'm sitting here going, well, tell it to your face. Tell it to your face, because your face is definitely not matching your words.
Brittany doesn't care. Brittany doesn't give any.
She's just wanting a sale. Let's just buy something.
Yeah, go get that magnet thing. We've got one in a matching size for Sean. Yes, 5'6". Go down to the end of the grown-up aisle.
Yeah.
And then we get a little talk with her outside where the producer is asking her, like every extra in this show. Later, we're going to see him ask the locals, what do you think of polyamory?
She thinks it's kind of cool and progressive.
She thinks it's like a commune. Interesting word.
And I was like, not exactly the word I would have used for it.
She doesn't look impressed. She's like, I would be too jealous for this. It's just funny. She is happy to have her boutique on the show, but she just wants to sell that magnet onesie and get him out of here.
Exactly. Tell it to your face, Brittany. Tell it to your face.
So now we cut to Sean and Taya decorating barbecue's room. And Sean, he says, I have hands and I know how to use them for certain things. But if you want something done complex, that's a Tyler thing. And Taya says, I have a boyfriend for that. What's he doing with his hands? Is he talking about hanging stars?
I think there might have been a little double entendre there.
What kind of complex things does Tyler do? I've got questions.
Apparently, Sean doesn't have the coordination for those things, quote unquote.
But he's sitting there, and Taya says that Sean, he's the baby whisperer. It's like Caesar Milan, but for babies. Sean, the baby whisperer. He knows what they're saying.
Yeah. And on cue, barbecue just starts, fussing and everything, and he can't really seem to do much with him.
It sounded like he had a problem similar to what Liz is going through right now.
Yeah.
But so she says Sean is a big old softie. And once you get past the gruff, he's just a big old teddy bear. He's just a big old Sean bear. And I think that's where he's rubbing you the wrong way. I'm seeing past the gruff. He actually kind of reminds me of my husband.
I don't know.
Sarcastic, dry.
I think I'm going to hold it in a to be continued thing until I feel like I'm there.
Not ready to
jump on the Sean wagon just yet. There's just something that just pushes my buttons with him sometimes.
Well, and he's that type A personality because, right here, he's already saying, well, what are we eating for the party? What are we drinking?
Yeah.
He needs everything planned. And he knows that besides Alicia, nobody else is planning it. So he's like, so what are we eating? We probably need to figure this out. And Taya, she goes, oh, well, Alicia's got that handled. And then Sean's fine with it. He's like, okay, it's handled.
Yeah.
I can rely on Alicia.
That stuff doesn't really bother me. I think it still falls back to the first episode with the grounding of the little girl and not letting her talk to her dad at the table. That just rubbed me the wrong way. And it's kind of been sticking in my head.
Yeah. But, he said, I've been here all day with her. You haven't. And that's fair. He's working. And Sean is doing the housewife thing, the hard thing of raising the children. And she gets off track. Look at the way her parents shop. They get off track too. So it sounds like all day he had been struggling with her not being punished. He's trying to discipline and she's finding loopholes. And he's like, all right, come on. We've been doing this all day. Just eat your snack and go downstairs.
I get it, but I still don't agree that a conversation with a parent is too much. But that's just me.
I don't think that her having a conversation with her dad was the problem. He just didn't want the two of them to do like we do, just go running off at the mouth. You don't know where you end up 2 hours later. She's supposed to be going to her room, not hanging out with dad. And I don't think he was mad that she was talking to him. He just wanted to keep her on track. What got him upset, I think, was saying, that's my kid.
Yeah.
That hurts him.
That was later. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
So apparently Apparently, Alicia and Taya were like Sean and Tyler in the beginning, just two ships in the night. But what really brought them together was Alicia having Taya get involved when she had Barrett. That was interesting how that, the kids have really fortified their relationship.
Bonding, bringing it together. Yeah.
They feel more like a family now with the shared kids.
Yeah. I can see that. So then we get to the part where Alicia would like to consult a lactation specialist. She wants to be able to help with feeding the baby. And
these people, there's so many of them that they don't even know what to do. She's like, oh, I can fold clothes. I'm needed. Man, that's just unheard of. You've got a newborn. I just can't believe, and 4 other kids. I just can't believe they don't have anything to do.
Right.
But she's like so bored. She's ready to start pumping every 2 hours.
And yep.
That's bored.
Yeah.
I got to be real bored for that.
Yeah.
But really, it's not boredom. She wants the connection is what it is. But
which is sweet.
Like Sean says, I'd get on the floor and play with the kid.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Sean doesn't seem to be real keen on this idea. He's not liking it at all. Alicia even gets to the point where she's like, are you trying to talk me out of this?
Well, you know why.
Yeah.
Because he wants them titties. He doesn't want the milk jugs to make milk and squirt him in the face. He wants to be able to motorboat and just go to town, and he also wants good night's sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing too. If both of them are breastfeeding, then nobody's getting no sleep.
And how does that work? Do they like every other night? Sean's always stuck with the kid since the women would switch off, or is it like Alicia 2 nights, Taya 2 nights?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really discuss that, how they would do it if she, maybe it'll come in future episodes if she's actually able to breastfeed.
But yeah, she's like, do you have what dog do you have in this fight, Sean? And he doesn't say it, but you can tell those titties.
Yeah.
That's what.
He's not down with 2 milkers in the house. He wants one to play with.
Yeah, he wants to be able to suck on the straw without having a milkshake.
That's right.
So we're getting to the sip and see, which I have to say is one of my favorite parts because I just love Grandpa Jim.
Yes. And I love the misunderstanding between him and Taya at the beginning because he's like wanting more grandkids and she's like thinking he's talking about more mimosas. Just cracked me up.
Yeah, Grandpa Jim says, are you going to have 3 or 4 more? Now, at this point, I think Taya is about 3 or 4 mimosas deep. So that's what she hears.
There's one in the hand for sure. Yeah.
with the pinky up. Pinky's up. She's not thinking kids. They're done with kids. She's thinking, oh, yeah, Pop Jim. Mimosas? You talking about mimosas?
Cheers.
Cheers. And then he's like, no, kids. Oh, no. We're not doing that. He's sitting there wanting some more great grandbabies. And she's like, drinks? I love it.
Yes.
That would so be me. Yep. Going to get another one. Just disappoint my grandparents. So then we meet Tyler's sister, Kelsey, and she's given a 90s goth vibe. She's got those 2 little strings of hair on either side of her face.
So cute.
Definitely 90s goth, though. It just threw me back. And she didn't talk to Tyler when he first came out as Polly because she didn't understand it or how it would affect the family. But they invited everybody that supported them to the party, and apparently Tyler's mom, who didn't come. And his sister says it's because she didn't want to create problems. Sounds supportive to me.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand how it could create problems either if she came. Yeah.
What problems is it going to create? But she tolerates it. Tolerates it so she can still have a relationship with everyone.
I thought that was a very strong word to be used.
I agree.
Yeah.
Nasty. Doesn't sound supportive to me. She shouldn't have been on the list.
Nope.
So then we meet Sean's friend Hannah from work. Why didn't Hannah watch our TikToks? She should know from our TikToks. Taya keeps bringing up their TikTok account. I love it.
Yeah.
Which their TikTok account is so funny. So after last week's episode, when Sean said, what am I going to do? Crochet with him and have him hold my yarn balls? She posted a TikTok of Sean and Tyler crocheting, holding each other's yarn.
Too funny. I like that.
They have a cute little TikTok account. So Hannah asks, is that Tyler's baby?
Straight up.
Flat out. Taya says, that's bold. But at least she's saying it to my face.
I like
not saying it behind my back. I'm like that. I'll say it to your face. Not, I'll say it with you knowing, and I say it.
I agree. I'm the same way.
Not going to talk behind your back, but she's like, that's bold, but I respect it. I respect it too. Then Alicia and Taya are getting on Sean. Well, don't you talk about our sex life at work? Doesn't she know that we're just like both trying to impregnate you every other night? He's like, no, you don't do that. Why didn't you invite a sexual harassment claim and talk to her about this stuff?
Yeah, just take HR in there with you. Yeah.
I agree with Sean on that. That's not a workplace discussion.
No.
Unless you're, doing a podcast, then it's definitely a workplace discussion.
If you are inviting people to an event like this, you might want to just kind of give them a heads up as to what they're walking into. But kudos to her for just asking.
They had to find somebody for Sean because he doesn't have any family to come. So they're like, well, invite your friends. I don't have friends.
Yeah,
invite
true.
the people from work. All right, Hannah, you seem to be a nice person. You want to come?
And she brought it. She brought it.
So we're done with the party. It was a cute little sip and see. And they pan over. They just a little side shot, but they have a Chiweenie. They've got this little. Yes. It's definitely a Chiweenie, which is a Chihuahua Dachshund, and we I know both because
you had one and I've had one, so we knew immediately. Yeah.
Yes, mine was Little Man.
Mine was Elvis.
And mine was 7 pounds of terror.
Oh my gosh.
He thought he weighed 200 pounds and ruled the roost.
Yeah. Elvis was the guard dog of the house. Like if somebody was going to get bit, they were going to get bit by him, not somebody else. The big dogs, they're like rolling over, legs up in the air, rub my belly. Not Elvis. No,
Little Man would fight Teddy, my chow mix, over food. Teddy was so terrified of him. He was mean. I mean, he didn't care. He'd bite. He'd throw bows. He was scrappy.
Oh, yeah.
Little dogs.
Little man syndrome.
Yeah, they got a little sassy Chiweenie, which I love. They're so cute. They're so sassy.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go into the bedroom and Alicia's shoving what looks like a Willow pump in her bra, like this handheld pump, and she's getting it started. And she can't massage both of her boobs. She needs some help with the other ones.
Sean, help me. Sean, help me.
Sean, help me. And Sean's like, I don't know. I think Taya would have jumped right in on it. She'd been like, yep, let's do it.
Yeah, I think so.
But Sean, what a mess.
I know. And he acted like they were like cow udders or something. Like, am I supposed to do it like this? And they're like, quit making that motion. Just quit. Because it's.
He's like, you got to do this every 2 to 3 hours. And then Taya walks in and Alicia says, John's asking if he needs to milk me like a cow. And he says it's because the lactation consultant said to point down and pull like a cow. And then he starts doing this motion, which doesn't look like he's milking a cow. It looks like he's jerking off a bull.
Yeah, I can understand why Taya was like, stop. Just stop doing that motion. Yes.
She's so embarrassed. And she goes, I don't think you want to keep doing that.
Please stop.
But this just confirms that Sean is a boob man. This is why he wants a set of non-lactating boobs. He's sitting there, he's like, ooh, they're squishy.
Mm-hmm. Come here, bow, take a wow wow.
He doesn't want to give that up.
Nope. He has very selfish motives.
Yeah.
He's like, forget the kid. Taya, you can do it all by yourself. I need at least one set.
Look, if it comes to sleep, I've got selfish motives too.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point, Taya, Tyler, they're taking the baby to barbecue, to the his doctor's appointment for his checkup.
I thought we were taking him to barbecue, but that's just his name.
Yeah, I know. We keep calling him barbecue, poor baby.
Well, it sounds like barbecue, but anyway.
It does. They always make it sound when they say that BBQ. Okay. Anyway, after, they get home, I'm assuming from the doctor's appointment, Taya gets a text message from Sean. He is pissed the rest of the show because of this. So apparently the stats for the baby were sent to all of the family.
So Tyler was updating them. Now, blood type.
As far as my kids go, I know one is mine and one is my husband's, but I don't know which one of the kids is which.
I know what mine is. My mom knew, and Rob's mom knew before we had the baby.
Right. When I was in grade school, they used to do it in school. Like, they'd prick your finger and there was like this little strip and you'd put your finger down on it and it would tell you which blood type that you were. But I don't remember.
You remember with your kids how you found out?
Through a doctor's appointment, I'm sure. I mean, it wasn't like anything happened and we needed to know what it was, but I'm assuming that it was either like when they were born, I was told, or at one of the doctor's appointments.
And at first I was thinking he needs to know what the blood type is if there's like a blood transfusion. But then I put on my lawyer hat, again, not legal advice, but they're not going to base it on what somebody says. You're not about to pump blood into somebody that's that they say it's type A. What if it's type O and you're throwing A blood in there? They're going to do a test before they do an infusion. So really, I don't know why you would need to know unless it was an issue like right then.
Right. I don't know why they would have told them.
It's just kind of strange because I don't even know. I'm like, I don't know. Like, how did they find out? Were they asking?
Well, that would definitely, I guess it's a possibility. I don't know why they would ask.
Backdoor way to find out the paternity? Shady?
Could be some shady shit going on. Although Tyler doesn't really act like he knows enough to know that that's a way to find out. I mean, Sean.
So true.
Yeah, Sean basically has to Google it to find out that it's a way to know.
Right. And Sean's sitting there saying, Tyler should have known. Well, first of all, Tyler, he doesn't even know when to keep his mouth shut or to not wear the dada shirt the day that you tell the blood type and that you're the bio parent. No, let's wear the dada shirt. He's just not. He's not picking up what you're putting down. Sean was like, Tyler, he should have known. Well, you didn't know either, Sean. You went to Google.
Exactly.
You had to Google, can two B's have an O? B-O.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is how he finds out. So he texts that to Taya. Well, I guess we know who the father is now. And a whole shit storm of stuff opens up for the rest of the episode.
And you're like, well, why is he going to Google it if he doesn't want to know? But I think he's just sitting on that information, and it's going to drive him crazy if he doesn't look it up.
Yeah, and I'm the complete opposite kind of person. Like, if I don't want to know something because I know it's going to stress me out and upset me, I am not going to go out of my way to find the answer to it if it's going to upset
but
me.
Once it's out there, you can't unhear it.
No, but, the expression, what you don't know don't hurt you, it's there for a reason.
But what he knows is that he's B and Taya's B, and what he knows is that Tyler is O and the baby's O.
Well, what he knows is that they're both B. What he doesn't know is if you can have, at this point before Googling, if you can have an O baby from B and B.
And it seems like Sean still doesn't know because he's like, well, maybe some of, his blood got mixed in there. It's like, I don't think this is how any of this works. I don't know. I mean, I think I have an idea.
And I know, like, years ago, you had to do blood tests before getting married just to see if your blood was compatible. Something like that.
Make sure you're not related.
Well, that's a whole other discussion.
You know what? Maybe they should have done it for these people because they look alike. I think Sean and Alicia look a lot alike, and Tyler and Taya look a lot alike. Anyway, maybe we should have done these blood tests. Maybe we should have done that. still. But now we're going to get to the point where we're going to leave Alicia out of the loop. So Sean texts Taya. Taya goes and tells Tyler what's happening. By the end of the night, Sean's pissed off. Alicia has no idea why, and nobody has brought her into the loop. Sean didn't say anything. He's too upset to talk. Taya only talked to Tyler, so she's like, well, hey, what about me? And communication is key in these polyamorous relationships. Tyler, he even mentions, should I talk to Sean? And Taya says she doesn't know if that's a good idea. Of course, that's a good idea. That probably would get Sean out of his head to know that this was not intentional. Instead, Sean is sitting there thinking he's rubbing it in that this is his bio kid. And he's back in the position, I might not be the bio dad for any of them. And then you've got him that same night wearing the dada shirt. He's thinking, well, he meant to tell us his blood type. He means to wear that dada shirt because Tyler hasn't gone up to him and said, I didn't even think about it. I was not thinking. It was not intentional. So without that communication, all you can do is just assume, well, you just broke it today and you're not thinking now either when you're wearing that dada shirt.
Okay, but in my opinion, Taya should have been like, get that fucking shirt off before we go anywhere. Are you serious?
She wasn't thinking either. I don't think there's a lot of thinking going on with Taya and Tyler.
There's a lot of something else probably going on.
So communication is key, and they're just not doing it. It probably could have saved everybody a lot of hurt, feelings, and assumptions had Tyler just gone to Sean and said, dude, I didn't mean to. That was not intentional. And then also if Tyler maybe had a little tiny bit of empathy and didn't put that shirt on, or if Taya had snatched it off of him, something like that. Alicia didn't know to tell him not to
take
wear it. Nobody talked to Alicia.
Well, maybe they should have, because she might have been able to straighten it out.
Straighten him up.
Straighten him up.
She's the one that gets stuff done. She got that
She is.
sip and see done.
Yeah, she's an organizer, like you said. So I think she would have noticed the insensitivity of the shirt right away and said, "Get it off now."
And they're wearing this shirt to dodgeball, which presents Sean with a unique opportunity to try to peg Tyler as hard as he can with his balls.
He does.
Well, he doesn't. He tries. But Tyler's got these like matrix moves. He's bending backwards, dodging balls left and right. And then this probably hurt Sean's ego pretty bad. Boom. Take Sean right out.
Yeah. Well, he got a
first hit according to the edit, but
he did get a couple of hits in, so that had to have felt
good.
He
didn't.
Before. I thought I saw him.
Because if he got a hit in, he would be out.
I thought I saw him hit him twice.
No, he was like bending over backwards around the ball.
Oh, okay. Man, I must not have had my glasses on during that one.
He was like, oh man, he was like doing back bends over the ball. I was like, dang, because if he got hit, he would have been out.
Yeah. Okay.
Dodgeball.
Okay. Gotcha.
And go ahead.
I was going to say, this was supposed to be like some kind of community event for their town or whatever. And there's barely anyone there but their family, maybe a couple of random kids. Mm-hmm.
And then you have the two village town people, Janelle and Bruce. That's it. So it's like their family and 5 other people. Of course, the production is going to ask Janelle and Bruce what they think about polyamory. And of course, both of them are like, oh, that's too much. That's a lot. No, thank you.
Bruce gives us the vigil. That's
the best analogy.
Yeah, that's like watching 2 TVs at the same time. Overstimulation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that makes sense to me.
It was perfect.
He put it down where I could pick it up.
Yeah, it was perfect.
So after Sean gets taken out, I think his ego's hurt. He goes to watch the boys. He's over it. He's ready to go home. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. It's just irritating him. Tyler's sitting there wearing the dada shirt on the day that I found out the blood type. He's acting like everything is, he says, hunky-dory.
Like nothing's wrong, just going about his business. Yep.
Sean doesn't seem like a hunky-dory kind of, that doesn't seem like it would be in his vocabulary.
You're right. It doesn't.
Hunky-dory.
Yeah.
He's a little goofy. I love it.
I don't even see him being hunky-dory. Like, I can't even see him being in the mood of hunky-dory.
Well, he's upset right now. He's got his feelings hurt. And he's got his ego hurt because Tyler just pegged him and took him out.
Yeah. He's getting his ego hurt from a lot of different angles. Let's just be honest.
But he's angry because he thinks Tyler's being insensitive because Tyler has not told him, dude, I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Tyler is kind of being insensitive. But I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's just Tyler.
They're not thinking.
Mm-mm.
There's not a lot of thoughts going on.
Not a lot of thinking in a lot of this.
But, Sean, like we said, this is his family. He doesn't have family, and he's the only one that has questionable paternity in all of this as far as the kids. He has the most to lose.
Yeah, I get it.
Apparently, nobody thought that the blood type would indicate paternity. Nobody thought about that. I wouldn't have thought about it.
I wouldn't have thought about it.
I don't even know what my kid's blood type is. It's something.
Yeah. I don't even know if I would have went to Google thinking it would tell me paternity.
I don't think it's that Sean is mad that Tyler is the dad. I think he's disappointed that yet another one of these children are not his bio child. Yeah. And Alicia maybe is taking it differently because she says that she's fine with Tyler being Taya's kid's bio dad. But I don't think that I think it's just another kid that isn't Sean's. There was probably some drama over this in the past. In the last episode, Alicia said that she used to throw it in their face. Those are our kids. And Taya and Sean are the ones at home taking care of them. And at first they tried to pull rank, and then they realized we are co-parenting. So there's a lot of history.
Well, I don't know when they were pulling rank that it was other than the discipline styles were so different because they were much more lenient and Sean was stricter.
But you want to raise them with this couple, and if you want to give the co-parenting, you can't undercut them.
It would be very hard. I can see myself saying, no, wait, these are my kids. I don't want to punish them that way, or I don't want to do this.
I'm not saying I would agree to it, but she did.
Right. And so here we are. This is what you got to do.
Here we are. This is where we're at. And that is the end of this episode. So next week, we're going to have some yacht tubs. So like hot tubs, but yacht tubs. It's a boat.
Those look so fun.
Oh my gosh, they do. When would we use it around here, though? It's usually so hot. Just like in the winter. December, yacht tub.
I have to say that I think the inlet has something. It's kind of like a floating bar, like a cabana bar for like 6 or 8, and you can rent it to take it out on the inlet. So,
oh, yeah, I've been on that. It's a bicycle. Like you paddle the boat and you drink.
Oh,
I went on that a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've never rented it, but I see it sitting there every once in a while when I go to eat dinner down there.
So next week, we're going to see Taya and her new girl crush. And it's pretty funny when they're on the yacht tub, Taya leans in to kiss Alicia, and Alicia's like, nope. She's like, dang.
She gives her, it's
so
like
she has to go find her a
name.
girl crush. Getting rejected. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just because you're not her type doesn't mean you're not someone's type.
That's exactly right.
And it doesn't mean she doesn't love you.
That's right,
y'all
Taya.
are family.
Yeah.
Now, Tyler's sister, it looks like she's worried that he doesn't have any legal rights to BBQ. Again, what is it that they're wanting out of the legal rights? What would change that? Is it security to know that you get the kid?
But legit concerns.
So next week, it looks like Tyler and Sean still haven't talked. And Sean, he's just letting it build up. He thinks that Tyler is intentional and malicious because Tyler just hasn't come out and said, hey, I didn't mean to do that. I was just speaking without thinking. Again, probably would have solved a lot of these problems. But next week, we're about to get mean, angry, hurt, red tomato Sean again.
Yeah, it's all going to come out. He's about to explode.
Angry tomato. Although he's not wearing all red, so he looks less like a tomato in these scenes.
He looks like a
he
mad
did last week
Santa.
when he was mad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's coming up next week. And next week we should have Lizard back next Wednesday. Hopefully she's recovering from her face getting rearranged by the dentist.
Yeah, she tried. She tried really hard.
Hopefully her stomach's feeling better. She's taking some Pepto, gotten rid of those problems.
And she's going to kill you over that.
Oh, no. Okay, so we were going to tell a story at some point, and this episode would have been perfect for it. So, I'll go ahead. We'll end with the story. So Liz and I have been working on getting this podcast ready for a while. And a couple of months ago, we were working on things, trying to figure out how our mic equipment worked. And we went to take Liz's daughter to work and dropped her off. And she works at a restaurant. So we decided to sit down, order some takeout, go back and work on the podcast. And of course, we wanted a skinny margarita. Of course. So we order a skinny margarita. And we're sitting there. And Liz says, my underwear have stories.
Oh.
I have questions. But then next thing I know, I'm looking at a lime that has fallen into her shoe. So I type it down in my notes. I'm like, well, I'm going to ask her about these stories on the podcast. But you know what? A story about Liz's underwear just appeared within an hour of that conversation. So we're driving back home and back to Liz's to work on the pod. And we drive past our friend Joy and Daniel's house. And at first, we're going to just be shady. We're like, all right, let's pull over. Let's take a picture. Let's text it and be like, hey, we are watching you. And just be weird and crazy. But then I'm like, no, they want to see us. So we get out, go, walk over, knock on the door. Their kids answer and they're like, why are you here?
Typical kids.
Girls. And we're just like, see your mom. Where's your mom? So, yeah, Joy and Daniel are happy to see us. And Liz, she loves dogs. Just like us, dog lover. But if she sees a dog, she's immediately on the floor loving on that dog. So she gets down on the floor and she's sitting with the girls and petting the dogs. And I'm sitting over at the counter talking to Joy, and Daniel's sitting on the couch behind us. And all of a sudden, Liz just rips one.
No, she
pretty
didn't.
much like barbecue. And most normal people would ignore this. Maybe hope nobody heard it, but not Liz and not me. So Liz immediately fesses up. She goes, that was me. I farted. And then I said, I know, I smelled it. And Joy and Daniel, they're just sitting there like, oh, this is a lot. I mean,
what the hell
they know us.
Happened?
They've known us for a long time. But they're like, yep, this is what happens when your friends don't have filters. So that would have been a great story for us both to tell. And, maybe next week Liz will be back and tell us a little bit about her side of it. But we have a lot of stories. We've known each other for so long. So have we. Dee and I have known each other for longer than me and Liz. Back in
15 years?
2010, you were my paralegal for the first time.
I was like 14, 15 years, I think. Yeah, back in the old days.
That is our episode for today. Sorry that it was out a little bit late. We were just trying to get Liz in here. She really wanted to be here. But if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a 5-star rating. Remember to follow and subscribe. So next week when our episode drops, you'll hear it. And we're aiming to do it on Wednesdays. Right now, we're just trying to work on the schedules because we're all still working. Dee and I have a little more flexibility, but Liz's schedule is more strict. So you guys will probably meet Dee again if Liz isn't able to show up, and Dee will definitely be on the socials with us. Come join us on Facebook, on Instagram. We're Remote Reality. And thank you so much for listening. We are so appreciative of all the awesome feedback that we've gotten. And it's great. I mean, we had over 150 downloads last week, which was surprising. Great. I thought we would only have 5. I'm like, wow.
Amazing.
So that was very exciting. The feedback's been very positive. Liz and I are just like so thankful for all your kindness. Now, we did get some negative feedback. It was from my mom. Apparently we covered trash shows, and if we covered something good like The Amazing Race or Survivor, she would listen to it. But she ended up listening to us because Jeff Probst hadn't published his podcast when she expected it, and she was sitting there waiting, and she goes, I'll listen to this. And then she listens to it. She's like, I don't know what a polyfamily is, and you didn't explain it. You didn't explain it. I had no idea what you were talking about. And I thought I was going to go to sleep to your voices, but nope. I just lay there in bed awake. So that was Mom's critique. That's the only critique we've had. Please don't give us any more. Mom, it already hurt. But no, we really appreciate you. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week, channel surfers. Let's ride.
Remote reality lights the way. See you next week, same time, same place. Channel surfers, let's ride.